Snack Attack Moji and Shrapnel Victor. I take it back. I was not something I was expecting. We have pretty expected, pretty normal talents on red team, but we don't really. That's pretty interesting picks from Sleepy Gamers. They're going to be relying heavily with that Khan ult and the Fernando ult to be getting kills here, but we'll see how this goes. First map of the tournament, first set and the first rollout. Nando hitting a few, Yag already behind the wall, just vibing there. Victor's just pumping out damage onto the Zen, and he drops a heave, hitting that shot. Izan missing his dash, he's just beating through that shield. Zeev trying to off angle on the Moji. They do find Cascade. Moji drops next. He's backing up slowly. Inky is dead, and that was a pretty clean fight. Foxy trying to make any gains in the backline there, just not finding any. And that is first gap for Sleep. Wait, no. For feed pick dealers. Zon just trying to find anything here. Can't get through the double shields this early in court, but does find the stun. Tyra ult coming through, trying to find anything. Inky is in the back line. They do force out the Bellow. Big point fight going on. Cascade caught out and he drops pretty fast. Ayo just trying to stay alive here, just trying to keep the tanks up. Does Phil find her? Wes, on the contrary, does. Phil's not controller, mind you. This is just aim labs at its finest. They're just trying to regroup now, trying to find a way to just push through all the poke. Sleepy Gamers do have a lot of just I sit here and vibe power with the positions they're playing in. The Victor all trying to just force them back. Nando just goes in for a second and he's already out, but they do force the Ray ults. Inky, is that allowed? Inky, is that allowed? Wes actually does make it out alive. Had to use barrier, however. Does he find the con? Does he find the Ion? No, they pop Immortal. And they do drop Wes, but Zahif drops as well, making it a pretty clean trade. But Cascade is just on the point, getting sped out by Yag. He does make it out, but Foxy's just all the way back there. Let's see, can Zombie find anything in the backline on Cascade? He does not. Inky just running through, dropping poison pools. Just trying to do anything she can. And Zombie actually drops instead. And my numpad doesn't work. Does Inky get the ult? Inky in fact does. One tank down. They do find the con. Can Lunar keep up the Nando long enough for anyone to come help them? No, they cannot. And that's a pretty clean defense from Sleepy Gamers. Now, FPD does start the fight off with Carnold ready to go, Zen short on his heels. But that's about it. Nando ult can come up, but will it come up fast enough to maybe save someone from Emoji? Or Emoji's snack attack is in? Yeah, no, that won't even help. Sleepy Game is starting off with all their ults except for Yag ult. How will Inky play this? They're all just stacking on left side. Inky places herself. Okay, that's a bad angle. Moji all comes out and finds the Khan instantly off the bat. Does West make it out alive? He does make it out alive with 600 HP. He's trying to find the Zen as well. It's making... Does he drop the IO? Just needs to hit 1 tick of damage. Sorry, some technical difficulties. Goeie fuck, Can Moji find anything here? But can Moji burn through both of the shields? The Yag does find the Tyra Mortar coming out. It will not save your Tyra, unfortunately. Jordan Ali dropping to 1 HP, but they are pocketed out by the Moji. Hassan just trying to find any kills here. Does he save Cascade? Clean ult by Zombie. Tara just trying to find literally any damage he can. Phil riding up back. And Inky drops. Do they kill the Moji? Barrier is forced out, but so is Molotov, and the Moji gets out with more health than they deserve. Zombie Rose trying to 2v1 Cascade and Foxy here, but doesn't find anything. Tyra on an off angle. Just can't find anything. They do find the Azan, but he doesn't drop. Moji pushing in pretty aggressively, but just nobody seems to be able to find anything but Moji, however, does drop. Cascade low on the back line, just trying to find anything, but can't or does connect. And he gets out. Scratch that, he doesn't. Tara just trying to keep up this pressure now that they don't have his supports on Sleepy Gamers, but they do have respawn advantage. They do respawn faster. Mercy Kill just trying to poke anything. Inky trying to position themselves for maybe another ult. Do they know? Luna is low in the backline. Tara finds 2. We hear the Weeb voice line. It doesn't find anything, however. Inky just sitting behind a wall, just trying to just make pressure anywhere they can find it. Does Inky does get the touch, but they are also stunned out of it, getting out by this slimmest of margins. Back behind the box we go as Foxy tries to find the Zin. Does Zombie Row actually get out? He does, he finds Inky as well. Zaheef caught out of position, but they leave the cart. They do leave the cart. That's a pretty big blunder. But I don't think they had anything to keep that contest going. Pretty clean 2-2 so far.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Items looking pretty normal except for the Guardian on the Khan. Buying no aggressive items with an aggressive loadout. I think he'd go anything to help his aggression. And Foxy's in the backline. Azan all comes through, but can Azan find anything? Devour coming out as well. They're just dropping ult after ult. Doesn't find anything. What the hell was that? We just went round the world. Azan trying to find anything. Ray's just beating the bricks of this Khan. Cascade is just trying to solo win this game for his team, and it's working. And that's a pretty clean fight, but now they don't have any ults for the retake. Ray gives you so much ult advantage. I just thought they walked off the point for a second. Azan just trying to pressure them out here. Walls off the doors. They might just go around. They do force out the billow. West does find Zombie Row. But does Inky get this ult off on Ali? They actually do, and Nando drops. Pretty clean fight so far, but can they push this to a 4-0, or is this going to go to a 3-3? They're leaving poor Phil to push the point all on his own. Zombiro realized this and tries, but Inky is just faster than him at this point. West does have snack attack up. He can look to find literally anything here. But does Foxy drop? No, the Pestilence coming in clutch. They find the Khan, they drop him. Tyra ult coming out, but doesn't find anything of value. Walling off two people in Little Cubby. Do they have anything to kill here though? They do drop the Nando shield, they do drop Zombie Roar as well, but do they have anything to press this advantage any further? Was trying to find anything here. Just... Oh, the overpower misses. The Khan ult is bugged this patch. Not every single time it is on someone, it will hit. They do keep them in spawn. But can they hold the spawn choke? We do see the Devour coming out from Inky. West trying his best to... I do not think they defended successfully. No, they did not. Honestly, I think Feedback Deal is just stick as a team on this one and try and run it down. Run that Genos down and try and get an early pick. Or will that be enough to secure the win? I do not know what game plan these teams are cooking up. It's going to be very interesting to see this. Both teams trying to prioritize that right side while the tanks just knock it out on point, but they do have 3 people on right side with Foxy dropping pretty low health really quickly. Drogo's just trying to find any damage, gets it eaten instantly by Atlas Ball. Ah, and Foxy gets rebound out of the potion. It was not a swap to Mega or a swap to Combat Medic or Catalyst. They're just sticking on this Mega Potion. Rock damage finding its way, creeping up. Zuzu just trying to find anything on this point fight. She's staying alive, but she's not really breaking Nando's shield quick enough. And we do see Surging with Power come out. 2 minutes in and we're only at 66% cap time, 75 to 9. This has been a pretty clean fight for fit pick dealers. Cascade just trying to jump onto the point, but he does drop pretty quickly. We do see Illusionary Rift come out, but to clear what? Evil Mojo doesn't find anything, and neither does Drogo's. Every team just dropping every ult they have to win this point. Azan trying to stay alive, but he cannot stay alive long enough for his team to regroup. This has been a pretty messy point fight overall. Through time and space, goes out, doesn't find anything of value. Atlas just holding out the front there. Zombie Row picking up on the left side. We do see the Banish come out with through his shield and the wolves from Azan. Doesn't find anything. Azan does find a few hits on the Cassie. Cassie is low enough to kill. One knock up heavy hits and a dash and she's dead. They are collapsing, but Atlas just uses rewind, but Foxy does miss the dash. They're just ignoring him. They're just walking straight past, and Bauer's Surge just goes again. Zombie Road just... Who knew? Grok ult is an answer to Drogoz. And another Ying ult. 20 meters from the point. Zuzu gives up on trying to defend this. It'll be another 10 seconds before she respawns. They do not have the time to touch. Does Foxy make any plays here? The Cassie in the backline just sitting back, poking through the Azan shield. We do see Phil trying to find anything. The other... Poor boy, poor boy. Does just narrowly miss the Cassie. Get bursted down. Cascade drops low, but Potion does heal him back up. West trying just to dish out as much damage as he can, but this Azan wall just blocks so much. Huge fire spit, however, finding a lot of damage, splitting this team in half, knocking Zombie Roll onto the point. Forced the Ghost Walk, but rewound through the air. This Atlas is just a menace. This Atlas does not want to hear any of this. And Tempest comes out once again. Just Zombie Row is just ulting off cooldown. Is there anything to stop this man? But they are stalling this point out. Time and space finds space, but nothing he times it with works. Illusionary Rift used at 5 seconds. Zuzu just trying her best to stay alive, on point on the barrack. The dash here, the dash there, the shield. But is there anything they can do? This match is going to go on forever. It's been 5 minutes. And they still haven't... Cassie drops, however. Ying is standing on the point. They do find the Azan. But do they find the Pip as well? With Barrack rewound off the point. Pretty grueling first point. No unbound buys except for the barrack. With how oppressive this Atlas is being on the off lane and just in the middle of the fights, I thought they'd try to prioritize some of that unbound, just trying to dampen the value he gets. But apparently they don't think that's the problem. They think it's the Nando shield. Atlas pushing right side, finding a little bit of poke on Foxy, but so does he. So does Phil on the Drogos. Does the Atlas find this? He does! He does actually find the Drogos. Rewind hits. Does West find anything? West and Cascade are just trying to find anything on this Genos and Pip, but they don't do enough damage with Tempest coming out. They just drop faster than they can drop this Atlas. Atlas falls through the map, apparently. West just trying to sustain anyone. Banish is just so oppressive. No unbound ports and it's 90%. This cap goes unanswered. Once again, a basically unanswered cap from feed pick dealers. Another Ying ult just thrown out. Evil Mojo is free to connect now, but do they use it? They've got 2 minutes and this point card moves so fast, but Ali does drop on the Nando. West is trying to find anything in their backline. And the fight is over faster than it started. West in the off lane, just trying to find anything. Ooh, the jumps are clean. Finds a little bit of damage. If he was playing Catalyst, Zombie Roll would be dead by now. But the rewind just mutes any aggression they were planning to have, and Cascade whiffs another ult. They're just trying to find something, anything to win this fight. But will they find it? Cassie's grouping up right next to Tempest does come out. They have all the right now to push as aggressively as they want, but can't they do anything? Drogosol comes out, but the Nando ult as well. The fireballs are just finding everyone. We do see the Barrack Dome come out, does find Zombie Roll, but that's about it. It does lead to a drop on the Atlas. Cascade pushing very aggressively for someone in disadvantaged position. Cassie 1 HP but brought back to life by the Ying. And they do push feed pick dealers all the way back to spawn. We do see the Banish come out. Does it find anything? It does find Cascade, but does Drogo Sponge right behind him? Didn't even realize. Azan just trying to find anything here. No Wrecker bolts on Azan, even though he deals 1,000 damage per shot at record 3.
10, 9, 8, 7.
With the team prioritizing record this much, I'd think they'd prioritize it on the Azan as well. He does not try and dash him off the point. He does actually try, but just whiffs it. The Azan unable to find anything. Cascade drops, and so does the Barrack. These dashes on the Ying clones are doing a lot of work, but the Azan just ends up staggering himself. The Drogos in the backline just trying to force anyone to turn around and look at him, just trying to force them to not look at the objective, hoping they step off. Does not matter. They are strong-willed. They will not leave this point. They chose to stay here, and that's where they're gonna stay. We see the Barrack drop low, but the Mega Potion actually does bring them all back to full health. The Azan will just destroying any chance, and there goes their double ults again, and they pop all their ults. They do use every single one of their ults to cap that point. But is that enough of an advantage for Sleepy Gamers to find anything the Drogos is able to find a free pick here at the end? Well, at the start of the next round.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
All the Wrecker in the world, but only level 2 unbound, bought by Zuzu.
5, 4,
Hi, they're cooking, but it's not with gas. They're cooking with, I don't know what. Do they have Nutella? We do see Foxy with the ult. Does he find anything? He is in the back line. He does distract the Nando. Nando drops to half, but Foxy just abandons the kill, trying to find literally anything else, anything of value. He does not find the Ying. The Ying just TPs away, and he gets banished as a result. We do hear Dragon Punch coming out. Does it find the Atlas? It does. Forces Ghostwalk as well, but Drogos drops quickly thereafter. Bev just spamming potions, trying to build ult charge for the next fight. The potion doesn't connect with the Genesis, but they do cap it. That is the secret to life, apparently. Just have the enemy team use all their ults and then you cap with all yours. This is on the point fight. They do find the Cassie eventually. Ying, the only one with this streak, trying to keep it alive. The Atlas walled, gripped through the Zan dash. Will this Zan find anyone to stun? And Zuzu does find Luna Blossom. And they do drop like flies here, one after the other. Will they stagger out this Nando? Slowly but surely, Zuzu is quite just survives. Shield coming in clutch there at the end. The double main support does make it very hard to kill any of them through the Cauterize once the rejuve is built up. But is it enough healing for just the speed that Feedpick Dealers is playing with at the moment? This Atlas Wall does the same thing, keeps everyone behind it out of Cauterize and forces you to walk through it to find anything. Will ults be committed to find this cap by Sleepy Gamers? No, Genos drops too fast. The potion actually does register on Foxy. Mando pushed into the backline. Do they kill him here? No, they do not. Yet he just trying to find anything on the Drogos, but instead finds himself at the end of a respawn timer. Foxy just pushing in, just pumping out damage off cooldown, knocks up 3, but it's not enough. The totems, the clones, it's just too much healing, even in this, what, apparently almost 1000% anti-healing. It's still not enough damage, but Dragon Punch does come out, it does find the Atlas. They do have 10 seconds of where it's a 4v5. Is it enough to make a difference though? They force the Ghost Walk. They force the TP out of Ying. But a Zan Wall comes out and Foxy's just rewound again, losing all the pressure he had. Zombie Roar is back to fill. We do see Scout come out. He actually does hit it. He does hit it. He does get the Elim off it. Does he go to the point? Does he go to their high ground trying to find the Ying? He does actually find Nando. Zombie Roar clinging on to point for dear life, but it's not enough. Atlas still on the point, just trying to survive. Just melding in with the scenery. Rewinds. Wee-wah? Wee-woo. May not work. The Atlas Wall is so oppressive. They have to stay on this point trying to equalize it. Both teams have all the necessary ults for a cap. And that's how it's going to stay. No point conversion. Overtime is still in play. Oh, the Wrecker is coming out, but no Unbound. They are not respecting this Atlas at all, and it is frightening.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
We do hear the Azan ult. Does it find anyone? He is behind them. The Atlas is looking for the banish. Finds one, finds two. But they just get out. No, they don't. But it is a trade, so it's a 4v4 right now. They do pop Tempest, trying to find the barrack, trying to rush the They do not find the barrack yet, but they do find Foxy in return. The General Snipe does, however, find Lunar Blossom there at the end. They do drop the Atlas, they can make it. It's 75%, Zuzu doesn't go for the touch. Does she have the HP to touch? She does. The Cassie does not drop her instantly. We hear Evil Mojo come out. It does find... I don't even know who it found. I think it found the Nando, but the Nando just survives. Foxy trying to find anything here. So is the Drogos. The wall is doing its job. Zombie Road jumps over it. They will get the retouch thanks to the Nando dash. Nando just... the Nando shield is dropping so fast, but Ali is making such good use of it. Does she pop the ult? Just in time to save the Atlas there on the off lane. So Atlas is fighting for dear life, trying to keep both his supports alive, and rewind. This is Azan, Atlas. These two players are just trying their hardest to make the team. The huge headshot on Zuzu is found. Banish is coming out, Banishes Foxy, both supports alone on the point. But do they survive long enough? The Drogus is there trying to find anything. Zahif drops and they do convert the cap. No, Ali has made it back onto the point on the Nando, trying to stall it out. The Azan dash is just enough. 2 steps forward and Ali would have triggered overtime once again, but at that speed, would it even have mattered? Zuzu a low 1000 health. Does the Atlas find the rewind? No, he does not, but the Cassie is on a witch hunt. Is she going to find this barrack? She finds herself at the end of a respawn timer. Ying just vibing in the backline, not a care in the world. They do find West. The rewind forced out. Combustible just finding value everywhere you look. Just knocking here, knocking there. He has his ult again. Nando ult 5% away. 3 fireball hits and a little bit of after damage, and it's found, and there it is. Do you see the Banish come out? It does find Foxy, just running it into the backline. Drogo takes a full spray from the headshots. Takes a direct stick. Does he, however, turn this into a kill? He does, and we do see the Azan in the backline. Once again, these two players are just making plays for their teams. You trade one ult for a kill. These two off-tank players really just carrying their teams. The Heath in the backline trying to survive, find anything. He does not. He lived long enough, however, for the Drogas to respawn. Ali just staying on the point. It's been 19 minutes and we're only now at a 3-3. This game has gone longer and faster than I thought it ever would. Ghostwalk forced out, but the shield is just enough. But however, Nerdy Token drops on the Cassie. Foxy rewound. No aggression for you today, they said.
30 seconds remaining.
Feed pick dealers just trying to slow down this roll. They took a minute to build up momentum on Sleepy Gamers, but once they found it, they ran with it. In these last 12 seconds, do they commit an odd try? They do commit. Cascade fights 2 on the Genos through time and space. The Ying is 1 HP, but Suzu doesn't have the range. They have to commit more odds. They drop Zombie Row. They do have odds to answer for the respawns, but is it worth it? Do they push it? Do they commit Drogo's ult, trying to force out the Nando ult? This Azan just walking in the backline. Zuzu. And nobody was on point. Nobody was on point. And Sleepy Gamers take the set. Excuse me, but What? Was that a combustible?
Not yet, my friend.
I'm so fucking glad he's on my team. Drogo's mains rise up. Holy shit, and that closes out the set clean. Clean 2-2 in favor of Sleepy Gamers. That was a really good fight overall. Do we have the stats from last game?